Karibuni sana. My name is Susan Wakuru from Mwai Kibaki Referral Hospital. I will take you through the introductory part of this program, and alongside my co-MC, our CEO, Dr. Mwai. Our chief guest, Principal Secretary for the State Department of Medical Services, Dr. Mwai, the Chairperson of the Board of Directors, Mwai Kibaki Referral Hospital, the Chairperson, Kenyatta National Hospital, the CEOs of the two hospitals, the Chairperson and the members of the MKRH Transition, and the members of Parliament present here, Karibuni sana, and of course, the great staff of Mwai Kibaki Referral Hospital. Karibuni sana. On the next session, we will call upon the MKRH choir to set the mood. Karibuni, for just a few minutes.
Thank you so much. May we be upstanding. Thank you. Baraka za Mungu kweli ni za ajabu. Baraka za Mungu kweli ni za ajabu. Zaweza kwenda juu, zaweza kwenda chini, zaweza kwenda mbele, kwenda nyuma, upande kwa mataifa, upande kwa mataifa. Tunaomba amani, Baba, tunaomba amani. Kwa jina la Yesu tunaomba, kwa jina la Yesu tunaomba amani. Amani ya Mungu Baba ni ajabu. Amani ya Mungu Baba ni ajabu. Yaweza kwenda juu, yaweza kwenda chini, yaweza kwenda mbele, kwenda nyuma, upande kwa mataifa, upande kwa mataifa yote. Tunaomba upendo, Baba, tunaomba upendo. Kwa jina la Yesu tunaomba, kwa jina la Yesu tunaomba upendo. Upendo wa Mungu Baba ni ajabu. Upendo wa Mungu Baba ni ajabu. Waweza kwenda juu, kwenda chini, waweza kwenda mbele, kwenda nyuma, upande kwa mataifa yote. Upande kwa mataifa. Tumeuona sisi mkono wa Bwana Yesu. Tumeuona mkono wa Bwana. Hakika tumeuona sisi mkono wa Bwana Yesu. Tumeuona mkono wa Bwana. Sababu tumeuona mkono ukituinua. Tumeuona mkono wa Bwana. Sababu tumeuona mkono ukitubariki. Tumeuona mkono wa Bwana. Na hizo ndizo ishara zake mkono wa Bwana Yesu. Tumeuona mkono wa Bwana. Hakika tumeuona sisi mkono wa Bwana Yesu. Tumeuona mkono wa Bwana. Sababu tumeuona mkono ukituinua. Tumeuona mkono wa Bwana. Sababu tumeuona mkono umetimiza. Tumeuona mkono wa Bwana.
Thank you to the MKRH choir. We can give them a round of applause. So at this moment, I will hand over this microphone to my co-MC, the mwenye amekuwa kwa ground, si ndio? So he will take it up from here. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Susan. You have done it very well. Distinguished chief guest, my brother, PS Dr. Mwai, Chairman, Board of Directors, Kenyatta National Hospital, Chairman, Board of Directors, Mwai Kibaki Referral Hospital, Directors, of the boards of Kenyatta National Hospital and Mwai Kibaki Referral Hospital, honorable MPs. In particular, I would like to mention names of the MPs who are with us here today, who have given us a lot of support to reach where we are as Mwai Kibaki Referral Hospital. I would like to recognize the presence of Honorable Wambugu Wainaina MP Udaya. Mwai Kibaki fraternity, give her a loud applause. I would like to recognize the MP of Nyeri town, who has given us magnificent, a lot of support, especially at the level of Parliamentary Health Committee, where we go to lobby for the budget. Honorable Duncan Madenge. I would also like to welcome and sincerely appreciate the presence of the MP for Kieni, who has joined us, and he has been a good supporter for this hospital at the grassroots level. Honorable Wainaina Chieni, karibu sana. Thank you very much. I would also like to appreciate the presence of my brother, the County Executive for Health, representing His Excellency, the Governor of Nyeri County, Dr. Kiragu, my brother. Karibu sana. All protocols observed. I appreciate the presence of all the senior staff from the Ministry of Health. I also appreciate the staff from the local administration. Karibuni sana to Mwai Kibaki Referral Hospital. Sir, it's a great pleasure. It's a great pleasure to host you here for this momentous, this historical event. We have been waiting for it, and we are to reach where we have reached. I would like, with your permission, sir, to allow me to introduce the team which I work with as the management level for the hospital. I would like all the members of EXCOM for Mwai Kibaki Referral Hospital to stand up. Please give them a round of applause as they stand up. I would like to introduce Dr. Oita Chichiavi, the neurosurgeon and the acting director, clinical services. I would like to introduce Director, Finance and Administration, Mr. Jonah Jakoyo. I would like to introduce Ms. Catherine Mutuiri, the head for human resource. I would like to introduce Dr. Einstein Kibet. The other name is Dr. Einstein Kibet, head for research and innovation. And finally, but not the least, I would like to introduce Zuberi Mulusa, head for supply chain. There are others who are not here because of the duties. They are either in theater, but we appreciate them. That is the team for EXCOM. I would like to appreciate, but I will not mention their name, a very important team. That is the hospital management team. The hospital management team is led by Dr. Soita. They hold weekly meetings every Monday, and they stand up. All the heads of departments and units, can you stand up? We appreciate you for the good work you have done. Mwai Kibaki Referral Hospital family, you are not appreciating them very well. Who can do better? Thank you very much, sir. That is the team which runs the hospital. I would, and finally, appreciate the heroes and heroines, the people who have made Mwai Kibaki Referral Hospital to be what it is. The hospital which serves the patient, led by our core values of customer focus, empathy, dignity, and being committed to the staff. The heroes and heroines for Mwai Kibaki Referral Hospital are the ladies and gentlemen who toil every day, who work every day and care for the patients. I want all the staff from Mwai Kibaki Referral Hospital to stand up and we shout, your health is? Starting up. Yeah. These are the staff of Mwai Kibaki Referral Hospital. They are very committed to the duty, and they say, we are the team, and your help, you can do better. Thank you very much. Have a seat. We recognize you for the good work that you have done. Finally, sir, I don't want to give the story from where we have come from, but I want to recognize a team which has done marvelous work. And that team is the KNH team, management team, led by the CEO. I know he will be making his remarks, but we want to recognize you. The mentorship you have given to us, the support given to us, you have held us. We have moved together. And even in difficult situations, when I consult you, you always to guide. Thank you very much, Kenyatta National Hospital staff. Can you stand up, please? Let's animation. Sir, that is what I wanted to do. Now I change the role to become the MC. And now it's my great pleasure to invite my brother, my senior, my mentor, and my dean, Dr. Richard Siampe.
Our chief guest, Dr. Ouma Oluga, who is the Principal Secretary, State Department of Medical Services, the two chairs, the chair for Kenyatta National Hospital, the chair for Mwai Kibaki Teaching and Referral Hospital, the board directors of both institutions, the members of parliament present, all staff, and riding on the protocol already established. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. I'm humble and in fact grateful for the generous compliments from Dr. Mwirori. I think I have another great day tonight, just remembering how he has praised me today. Let me start by congratulating Mwai Kibaki Teaching and Referral Hospital for this great day. This is powerful. This is something that all of us have always waited for. I want to say that we are welcoming you to the League of the Big Boys and the Big Girls in National Referral Hospitals. You are joining us. You are joining Kenyatta National Hospital, which has been in existence for the last 125 years. You are starting today, day one. You have another 124 years to go. I also want to welcome you to the League of Kenyatta National Hospital, Mwai Teaching and Referral Hospital, KUTRH, and Joe TRH, Jaramogi Oginga Odinga Teaching and Referral Hospital. You are now flying the skies. You are no longer the parrots. You are going to be in that great and powerful league. And I know very well you are ready for it. I don't want to say much. One thing I would like to say here, Honorable Chief Guest, the most important asset of every institution or any institution, particularly in healthcare, is the human resources. These men and women, they are professionals. And if they mix their professionalism and passion, Kenya will be in another plane in terms of healthcare in no provision. And therefore, they are going to play a very critical role to support us in the achievement of UHC and in terms of making Kenyans, very comfortable and healthy. And therefore, for me, I want to say that we at KNH, particularly my management and the board of directors, we are not going to leave you guys. We are going to hold your hands until you actually grow properly. General Kibaki told me this morning that even though the umbilical cord will be separated, that we are no longer the Siamese twins. I wanted to tell him that there is no child who is older than the mother and the father. That child will always remain a child. So we are going to hold your hand until you are there. Thank you very much, our chief guest. And a great pleasure to welcome the chairman of the Kenyatta National Hospital Board of Directors, Dr. Abbas Bulet. Karibu sana.
Our chief guest, the Principal Secretary for Medical Services, Dr. Luga, the Chairman of Mwai Kibaki Referral Hospital, General Kibochi, retired, the directors of the board of Mwai Kibaki Referral Hospital, the directors of Kenyatta National Hospital, my colleagues, the three members of parliament that are here, the county health secretary, all protocol observed, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. I also want to recognize actually the members of the technical committee that got us here, so I'm sorry if I had not mentioned you. But distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it is a privilege to join you today as we receive the report of the Technical Transition Committee on the transition of Mwai Kibaki Referral Hospital. Today is more than a conclusion of a committee's assignment. It marks a point at which responsibility passes from technical planning to institutional implementation. The committee has completed its work with distinction and is now upon our boards, together with the Ministry of Health and our stakeholders, to ensure that its recommendations are translated into action. On behalf of the Board of Directors of Kenyatta National Hospital, I wish to express our sincere appreciation to the Ministry of Health for its leadership throughout this process, and to commend the Technical Transition Committee for the professionalism, diligence, and objectivity in which it has discharged its mandate. The report we received today is not merely a record of work undertaken, it is a practical roadmap for completing this transition in a lawful, orderly, and accountable manner. It identifies what has been achieved, highlights the matters that remain outstanding, and provides a clear pathway for the work ahead. As boards, we accept that responsibility fully. Ladies and gentlemen, for Kenyatta National Hospital, today is both a significant and gratifying occasion. Nearly 7 years ago, Kenyatta National Hospital accepted the responsibility of nurturing what was then the KNH Othaya Annex. Through the commitment of successive boards, management, healthcare professionals, and support staff, that modest facility has steadily evolved into a modern referral hospital, providing increasingly specialized healthcare services to the people of Nyeri and the wider central Kenya region and beyond. Its emergence as an autonomous state corporation, therefore, not a separation from Kenyatta National Hospital, rather it represents the successful maturation of an institution that has been carefully nurtured, and an institution and prepared to assume its own place within the Kenya National Referral Healthcare System. That in itself is a success story worth celebrating. Ladies and gentlemen, today's ceremony is therefore not an end of a journey, it is the beginning of a new phase of institutional stewardship. The report before us makes it clear that the important work still lies ahead. Completing the governance arrangements, supporting staff through its period of change, strengthening financial and operational sustainability, establishing an independent institutional system, and concluding the orderly transfer of assets and responsibilities will require continued collaboration, discipline, execution, unwavering commitment from all of us. These are governance responsibilities that demand thoughtful leadership and collective resolve. As we move into this next phase, the board of Kenyatta National Hospital will remain guided by three enduring principles. One, the patient must remain at the center of every decision that we make. No aspect of this implementation should compromise continuity, quality, or accessibility of healthcare services. Two, our staff remain our greatest strength. They have built this institution through their professionalism, dedication, and sacrifice. As implementation progresses, every decision affecting them must be guided by fairness, transparency, consultation, and respect for their rights and dignity. Finally, this process must strengthen both institutions, Kenyatta National Hospital and Mwai Kibaki Referral Hospital, as our partners within one national health system. This success of one institution reinforces the effectiveness of the other, and together we advance our shared responsibility of providing quality health care to the people of Kenya. Although today's ceremony formally concludes one chapter, it begins another. Kenyatta National Hospital remains committed to supporting Mwai Kibaki Referral Hospital throughout this next phase by sharing institutional experience, technical expertise, and professional collaboration whenever required. We shall continue working closely with the Ministry of Health, Board, and the management of Mwai Kibaki Referral Hospital and the government agencies to ensure that the remaining implementation activities are successfully completed. Allow me to pay tribute to the staff of both institutions. Throughout this period of change, they have continued to serve patients with professionalism, with resilience, and unwavering commitment despite uncertainties that often accompany institutional reforms. They have remained focused on their calling to care for the patient. Their dedication has ensured continuity of services and has made today's milestone possible. To the board and the management of Mwai Kibaki Referral Hospital General, I extend my warm congratulations as you assume your stewardship of this important national institution. We have every confidence that you will build upon the strong foundation already established and continue advancing the hospital vision of excellence in specialized healthcare, training, research, and innovation. Ladies and gentlemen, strong institutions are not defined by how they are established, but how they fulfill the purpose for which they were created. The true measure of our success will not be today's ceremony, but whether the decisions we make from this point forward translate into strong institutions, better healthcare services, and greater public health confidence in our healthcare system. As the board, we accept that responsibility with humility and confidence and unwavering commitment to serve. I once again thank the Principal Secretary for his leadership, the Technical Transition Committee for his exemplary work, and the board and management of both institutions, every stakeholder whose contribution has brought us to this important milestone. May the Almighty grant us wisdom as we undertake the work ahead and guide us as we continue to serve the people of Kenya with integrity, excellence, and compassion. Thank you very much, and God bless Kenya. God bless Mwai Referral Hospital.
No. Mwai Kibaki Referral Hospital family. Without that father, we would not be where we are. Kindly, simameni tumpatie kilo ya Mwai Kibaki Referral Hospital. Tafadhali. Yeah. Tafadhali. Yeah. Their support. Higher. 1, 2, 3. Let's recognize the remarks for those words of wisdom as we start the first day of being independent. Higher. 1, 2, 3. Animation. Thank you very much, Chair. Thank you. Have a seat. Now it's my humble duty to welcome Waziri wa Afya wa Nyeri County. We've worked together. We started a long journey together with him, and we have continued working together. And Bwana PS, if you want the county which has a convergence of primary health care, specialized health care, led by Waziri, it is in Nyeri County. Waziri, for your remarks. Thank you
so much, Dr. Molori. Chief guest, PS, Dr. Omondi Eluga. Our MPs from Udaya, from Kieni, and from Nyeri Town, the chairs of the board and the board members, distinguished guests. I'm here on behalf of His Excellency, the Governor of Nyeri, Dr. Mwalimu Mutahi Kahiga, who requested me to represent him in this function, but it's a function that was in his mind and also in his heart, but happened to have a prior engagement, and therefore I'll do just that. He gave me no written speech, as this was not his day. But I want to say, Bwana PS, that it is our joy as a county to welcome Mwai Kibaki Referral Hospital as an independent institution in the health care of Nyeri County. And I want to report that we have all along shared critical issues affecting the county since it was established. This is both in the referral system, critical care system, and in the emergencies. Our commitment as a county on behalf of the people of Nyeri is that we are going to cooperate with Mwai Kibaki Referral Hospital as one of our key referral institutions. We know very well it is not an referral institution for Nyeri. It is an institution for the whole country, but in the larger perspective, in the county health sector, we say it represents CELEB. CELEB constitutes of almost about 16 counties that look at Mwai Kibaki as their referral institutions. And it is not just the former central. It is extending to Isiolo, Moyale, and they say, if you want a referral hospital, this is the nearest to them. So that kind of spells the kind of work and the kind of responsibility that lies on the board and on the staff of this institution. I want to report that they have been very key on PS on reporting through the county system the critical health data that is required for planning. And therefore, this is a cooperation that we will only strengthen. Can't go less than that. Finally, Bwana PS, I want to thank you in a very special way, because just 3 months ago you were here and you officially opened Narumoro Hospital for us, maternity wing, and also opened Karatina wing for us. So thank you so much in a special way, and thank you so much for this opportunity.
Thank you very much, Waziri. Thank you very much, Waziri. Before I do the other very important duty, before I do that, I cannot do it without saying, ni baraka kutoka kwa Mungu. Kweli, kweli, ni baraka kutoka kwa Mungu. Kweli, kweli, ni baraka. Ni baraka. Ni baraka. Thank you. Before I invite my chairman, let me recognize the presence of the National Government Administration. Can they all stand up? Can they all stand up and wave? Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We appreciate the support you give us. We support the respect which you give us at the community level, and we really, really appreciate you. Now, allow me to ask all of you to stand up as I invite and hand over the program to the only one and the person who has made all this possible. The developments which you see, the changes which you see at Mwai Kibaki Referral Hospital, they require a strategic direction. That strategic direction is given by none other but our chairman, General Retired Robert Kibaki. Welcome and take over.
Take your seat, please. Your health. Our commitment. Your health. Our commitment. Absolutely. The chief guest, Dr. Uma Oluga, the Principal Secretary, the State Department for Medical Services, honorable members of Parliament here present, and let me recognize Honorable Wambogo Wainaina, the MP of Modaya, and who really is our MP, the Honorable Duncan Madenge, the MP for Nyeri Town, and the Honorable Wainaina Shieni, the MP for Kenyatta. The Chairman of the Kenyatta National Hospital Board, Dr. Abbas Gulet, and your board members, members of the Technical Transition Committee, headed by your chairman, Mr. James Ntambo, the Acting Chief Executive Officer, Kenyatta National Hospital, Dr. Richard Mesiampe. He's now not acting. He needs a clap. And our very own, he's still acting, Dr. Mwiruri, but soon he will not be. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Good afternoon. It is a pleasure to really see this day. When we started off here, some 2 years back, we didn't know that we'll get this far, but God has been grateful to all of us. And I must start by thanking you, the team here of Mwai Kibaki Referral Hospital, for your patience, resilience, and hard work. It is indeed also a pleasure that we have this ceremony presided over by no one other than the Principal Secretary in charge of health services. And I think we are very grateful the PS for you coming over to also see for yourself the kind of facility that we are turning into a national hospital. This occasion is a culmination of a very transformative journey that, as I said, started by the the legal notice number 148 of 20th September 2024, when His Excellency the President proclaimed this particular hospital as a national hospital. I would like, therefore, to begin by expressing appreciation to the government and the Ministry of Health for the leadership, guidance, and support throughout this transition process. As well, I would like to thank the technical team that sat for many days and completing a report that we have just received and will be formally presented to myself and the chair of Kenyatta National Hospital. I wish in a special way to thank Kenyatta National Hospital for the stewardship, the institutional support, the staff deployment, technical guidance, and resources extended to Mwai Kibaki Referral Hospital over the years during its formative age. The KNH has played the central role in ensuring that this hospital remained operational, responsive, and focused on service delivery, even as the necessary governance and administrative structures were being established. Today's ceremony is not therefore only for transfer of administrative responsibility. It is an affirmation of the government's commitment to building strong, independent, and sustainable referral hospital systems capable of serving not just the people from the county of Nyeri, but also another 12 counties with a population of over 80 million people. That said, as the transition and transitions all over come with practical challenges, which my board will continue to navigate and manage carefully, objectively and collaboratively to ensure continuity and sustenance of service delivery. Among the most urgent and critical being the staffing, you staff here, the payroll and payroll obligations. The approved staff establishment has been capped by the Public Service Commission at 800 staff, which is way above the current staffing level of 545. It is appreciated that most of the current employees and who have performed exceptionally well over the years belong to KNH. The board that I chair is well seized of this situation and will be initiating a phased replacement of those staff members who, for any reasons, would want to remain as staffs of KNH. Ladies and gentlemen, alongside the transition process, the hospital will formally launch a 2025-2030 strategic plan, which has been guiding the deployment or development of this hospital since last year. It is instructive to highlight the government support through the Ministry of Health in the short time that this hospital has operated as a level 6 facility. The hospital has, over the past 2 years, received a facelift, and I think everybody can be happy about the facelift. Pigeni makofi sana. Which has adequate space for both the medical staff and the patients that we receive. The hospital has also received equipment worth over 800 million shillings, and which include the state-of-art MRI, CT scan, and dialysis equipment, to mention but a few. Further, the government has provided a grant of Kenya shillings 500 million through the Ministry of Defense for the ongoing construction of the first phase of Mwai Kibaki Specialist Clinical Tower. Additionally, the government, through the Ministry of Defense, has provided the hospital with adequate water supply by drilling and equipping a borehole. To the staff members, I would like, on behalf of the board, to commend you for your unwavering dedication and commitment to duty, and to assure you of the board's full support as we take this march towards the development of the most specialized tertiary hospital in Kenya. All stakeholders, that the Board of Welfare, Service Excellence, and Institutional Growth. Thank you all for being here today. A historic day. As I end, I would like to invite our Member of Parliament, who really is the one that has been very, very helpful in supporting our efforts through the Parliament, that I would like him to invite after he has spoken. Honorable Wambogo Wainaina, sir.
This is amazing. Our Principal Secretary, Department of Medical Services, Dr. Ouma Oluga, CBS, Chairman, members, and of the board, Mwai Kibaki Hospital, Chairman and members of the board, KNH, CEO, Kenyatta National Hospital, CEO, Mwai Kibaki Hospital, Member of Parliament who are here today, Wainaina Shieni from Chieni, Duncan Madenge, and a member of Committee of Health, county and national government officials who are here with us, workers, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Good afternoon. This is a big day. It is my great honor and privilege to join you as we witness, but also for the entire. At the onset, allow me to warmly welcome our chief guest, the Principal Secretary for Medical Services, Dr. Ouma Oluga. Your presence here today reflects the national government commitment to strengthening our healthcare system and ensuring quality and specialized medical services are accessible to all Kenyans. Ladies and gentlemen, today's ceremony carries special significance because this institution bears the name of one of the Kenya's greatest son and the late third president of the Republic of Kenya, His Excellency Mwai Kibaki. President Kibaki was not only his rich statesman, but also a visionary leader whose legacy continued to shape our nation's development. As the son of Udaya, he believed deeply in investing in education, infrastructure, economic growth, and health care as a foundation of a prosperous nation. Naming this hospital in the honor of the honor is a fulfilling tribute to his remarkable services to Kenya. It ensures that future generations will remember his enduring contribution to improving the life of millions of Kenyans. The journey of Mwai Kibaki Referral Hospital is itself a story of vision becoming reality. Conceived as part of the government plan
to expand specialized health care services outside Nairobi. Construction of the hospital represents a major investment in the health sector. The hospital was officially opened in August 2019 and initially opened under the management of Kenyatta National Hospital as an annex to extend specialized services to the Mount Kenya region as its capacity services, the institution's strength grow. It was established as an independent level 6 national referral and teaching hospital through legal notice number 148 of September 2024. Today it stands as one of the Kenya premier referral hospital. Serving patients from Nyeri and neighboring counties, while advancing medical training, research, and innovation. This transformation demonstrates the government commitment to bring equality healthcare closer to the people and enduring the burden of transferring long distance such of specialized treatment. As a member of Parliament for Udaya, I will take immediate pride in seeing this vision come to a fruition. This hospital is more than a magnificent building. It represents hope for families seeking specialized treatment, dignity for patients who deserve quality care, opportunity for young medical professionals, and economic growth for our region through employment and investment. The official handover we witness today signifies confidence in the institution. It marks the beginning of a new chapter in which Mwai Kibaki Referral Hospital will continue to expand its services, strengthen medical education, embrace innovation, and become a center of excellence not only in Kenya, but across East Africa. To our doctors, nurses, clinical officers, pharmacists, laboratory, personnel, support staff, and administration, I sincerely thank you for your dedication. The greatest asset of any hospital is not its building or equipment, but the people who serve patients with profession, compassion, and integrity every day. I also wish to commend the Ministry of Health, the directors, the management, team, and everyone who has contributed to make this hospital what it is today. Your commitment has transformed a national dream into a living institution that will benefit generations to come. To the people of Nyeri, Udaya, and the wider Mount Kenya region, this hospital belongs to all of us. Let us support it, safeguard it, and make it full use of the quality services it offers. Together, we have a responsibility to preserve this national asset for future generations. As leaders, we remain committed to supporting investment that improve healthcare infrastructure, strengthen our workforce, and ensure that every Kenyan can access affordable quality health in the line with the government commitment to universal health coverage. In closing, allow me once again to thank Chief Guest Dr. Ouma Olunga for honoring us with your presence and for your steadfast leadership in transforming Kenya healthcare system. Your support gives us confidence that Mwai Kibaki Referral Hospital will continue to receive the policy, direction, and institutional support necessary to fulfill its national mandate. May this hospital continue to save life, restore hope train future generation of health professionals, and stand as lasting symbol of President Mwai Kibaki vision for the health and more prosperous Kenya. Thank you. May God bless Mwai Kibaki Referral Hospital. May God bless Nyeri County. May God bless Othaya constituency. And may God bless the Republic of Kenya. Our peers and guests. I'm very happy married today. One day when we were elected, the first mandate I was given by those people from Othaya. We have fulfilled it today. I remember that night when we sat down with the people of Othaya, requesting that because the HE is coming here, what they want me to tell the HE, the first thing they told me, they want this Mwai Kibaki to start itself. Now we are doing that today. Your request from the HE President Dr. William Ruto have been fulfilled today. I can't forget to congratulate, to thank those members of parliament who are sitting here and some who are not here. The chairman of the board and the CEO. When we started in Nairobi, both of us, we discussed this issue about this Mwai Kibaki almost every day. We have a very good man, one of the members of parliament here, called Madenge. He's a doctor, and he's a member of Committee of Health. Every morning when we are taking tea before we enter to the chamber, all of us, we discuss about this hospital. And we sent him to the committee to address about this hospital. And we thank you, Mr. Madenge, for your commitment of what you have done for this hospital. When we get challenges here of any kind of health here, we go and into him and request him to make sure he is looking for us. Thank you. And the member of Nyeri County, I thank you again. And remember the day that we discussed about how this hospital, we are about 6 of us, all the members of Nyeri and the HE, and he requested him, and he just make a call to make that this hospital be given an autonomous to start itself. Thank you for Nyeri members, and we continue working with you. Thanks again, our chairman and the CEO for that good work you are doing, continuing that good work. Thank you for the staff, for this hospital. You have changed this constituency, and to an extent, the economy of this constituency have changed What I would request is our people of this constituency invest more on housing around this area. We are going to make this hospital big. And you remember, the first address I addressed you there, I said we are going to change this constituency. And I can tell you, standing here, we were going to change this constituency, me and you, and make this Othaya great. God bless you. God bless you.
Honorable MP.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Now I have a pleasure to invite my friend, who is the one of the, in fact, is the vice chair of Minister of Committee of Health, and none other than Madenge, Member of Parliament, Nyeri.
Thank you, my friend and colleague, Mheshimiwa Wainaina. Makofi ya Mheshimiwa wa Othaya. Faro, General Kibaki, Dr. Gureta Bas, the 2 CEOs, and Dr. Mweruri, the board members, the CEC, Health Services, Nyeri County, Dr. Kiragu, again, my friend, members of staff of Mwai Kibaki Teaching and Referral Hospital, and other invited guests, good afternoon. Dr. Orunga, unknown to you, back in 1991, I participated in the transition of Kenyatta National Hospital from being a public institution into a parastatal. Unfortunately, I am one of those guys that Kenyatta National Hospital said they did not need, and they sent me away. And during our last visit, I insisted that we visit the dental unit, and you know where it is. And since 1991 to date, the old section came from KMTC. And I don't even know whether the chair and the CEO and the board members of Kenyatta National Hospital know that that wing, Kenyatta National Hospital, it belongs to the University of Nairobi. You know. And therefore, colleagues, you may begin to understand my passion for the health sector and my passion in ensuring that national referral services are much more equitably distributed across our nation. A chief guest allowed me to confess. On the day we went to see the president, 6 members of parliament from Nyeri County, on his table was the letter from Jaramogi Oginga, awaiting the president's approval to be elevated as the next level 6 hospital. And we held the president hostage. We told him, you see, Jaramogi served as the vice president. Mwai Kibaki served as a president. And therefore, you cannot allow the vice president to pass the president. So kindly ensure that we get the legal notice. And he insisted, let us, the legal notices come together. And we insisted, no. You know, the honor of Mwai Kibaki, and you served under him as his minister, grant him that honor ahead of Vice President Jaramogi. On that day, the president picked his call, called the head of public service, and instructed that the legal notice for Mwai Kibaki was issued. And the rest. We work very closely with PS Olunga and CS Duare, because while you and other Kenyans want to see the money that is allocated to health services and medical services, we have to fight with everybody else to get a share of that money before General and Dr. Gureti can come and compete for that money. And because all my life I have earned the message that I have seen in the course of serving Kenyans. I am delighted that Mwai Kibaki has chosen as its motto, your health is our commitment. I want to give you 2 commitments as members of staff of Mwai Kibaki. The first one is that we are committed to ensure that this transition is as smooth, as seamless as possible, without interfering as much as practicable with your pay package. And I have commented that I am assuming, and it is my belief,
riboti cia magania na cia mwanya iria thũmbĩ tũkoretwo tũgĩkũrehera, thũmbĩ cirĩ ũkiri-inĩ, thũmbĩ cia mĩtangĩko, kĩremanditi, ritho rĩa ũndũire ona kana mũro wa mũremi, cia gũkorwo cikũhĩtũkaga nĩ gũkorwo ndũrĩ ũra subscribe. Tiga gũciguaga na andũ. Subscribe is for the living. Ningĩ tũrũmĩrĩra nenda-inĩ cia Facebook na Twitter @Thũmbĩ TV. Tũgũikie mbere. Subscribe Thũmbĩ TV. Ũyũ nĩ ũthamaki. Subscribe now.
the second one, the second commitment is the commitment of the political class in Nyeri and also within parliament. Something commonly referred to as political goodwill. I am committing, including on behalf of our governor, because we have worked closely on this one, that we will nurture this institution to mature, to take care of our people. Please retain your commitment to our health. P.S. When I have gone for a short call, I found a lady from my village. She's on a wheelchair and she's accompanied by a son and daughter from a place called Gatitu. Imagine at what time that family would have
riboti cia magania na cia mwanya iria thũmbĩ tũkoretwo tũgĩkũrehera, thũmbĩ cirĩ ũkiri-inĩ, thũmbĩ cia mĩtangĩko, kĩremanditi, ritho rĩa ũndũire ona kana mũro wa mũremi, cia gũkorwo cikũhĩtũkaga nĩ gũkorwo ndũrĩ ũra subscribe. Tiga gũciguaga na andũ. Subscribe ũmũthĩ tũkũhe gĩtũmi kĩa why life is for the living. Ningĩ tũrũmĩrĩra nenda-inĩ cia Facebook na Twitter @Thũmbĩ TV. Tũgũikie mbere. Subscribe Thũmbĩ TV. Ũyũ nĩ ũthamaki. Subscribe now. Riboti cia magania na cia mwanya iria thũmbĩ tũkoretwo tũgĩkũrehera, thũmbĩ cirĩ ũkiri-inĩ, thũmbĩ cia mĩtangĩko, kĩremanditi, ritho rĩa ũndũire ona kana mũro wa mũremi, cia gũkorwo cikũhĩtũkaga nĩ gũkorwo ndũrĩ ũra subscribe. Tiga gũciguaga na andũ. Subscribe ũmũthĩ tũkũhe gĩtũmi kĩa why life is for the living. Ningĩ tũrũmĩrĩra nenda-inĩ cia Facebook na
also need to compete for the non-traditional sources of funding. Professor Moshiri and Dedan Kimadi present a unique opportunity for attracting resources to this facility. I have seen you have a director for research. The area of non-communicable diseases, which is a big burden in this area, presents a unique opportunity. Chair, off the cuff, I heard you asking Dr. Guredi, where are these donors? KDF is a big asset. You have networks. Please leverage and benefit outside of the traditional sources. Lastly, Dr. Guredi and Dr. Lesiampe, it is the World Cup season. You know, even the teams in the World Cup have a coach. So General and Dr. Muluri are the technical bench. You have to remain the coach of this facility. And you have to take us to the World Cup and make us win. With those remarks, I want to recognize our colleague, Mheshimiwa Wainaina from Kieni. Just to say hi, so that then we can welcome our chief guest.
Thank you so much, Mheshimiwa Maina, Mheshimiwa Wainaina, our host, our chief guest, Dr. Oruga, and all the chairman Gred and Chairman General Kiboshi, and everybody else in the room. Majina Minaitwa Joroga Wainaina, Member of Parliament Kieni. I take pride this afternoon for the inauguration and for the continuity and the future of this very, very good hospital and a facility that will serve more than 11 counties. I am imagining how many patients one time were in a plane then when I took my wife to India. When we landed in a medbed, about 70 Kenyans disembarked from the plane in which I was. And I thought to myself, why would the country just use those resources in India, other than using those resources for here? And I'm sure this is the government that has taken a bold step and a decision that will do our medical here in this country. I'm certain that Kenya is superior to many of our neighbors. And this will result to medical tourism. People traveling from Tanzania, from Eldoret, from Uganda, from everywhere, coming for medical facilities in Othaya will bring in a lot of resources here. That is why I'm saying to the people of Othaya, if you are not sick, just make use of this facility by putting structures that will attract medical tourism. When I went to India hospital, 3 days, more than 3 weeks in a hotel. That is medical tourism. This is what I'm talking about. When you people are talking about Kenyatta hospital, I said, okay, you are looking small, but I'm happy that I was in the team that went to see the president for the purpose of this facility. That was our luckiest day. It did not take us more than 1 hour because before it was assented to. So lastly, as I sit down, I would wish the new board and the medical staff that here. And generally, you have a very wonderful staff. Look at their age. This can move a mountain. They are not only going to treat us, they are also going to learn. And when I look at them, I can see the future of this hospital in them because of your age. You're wonderful. So lastly but not least, I am only happy that we shall not go to Nairobi for simple medical things that can be treated here. So to my friend Maina, Wainaina, and in absentia, Mheshimiwa Mukami, Mheshimiwa Wahome Matika, the Senator, and Eric Wamubi. we take pride that it is our unity as Nyeri leaders that brought this facility here. If we were not in unity, it wasn't possible. Maybe Wainaina would have struggled, but we shortened the journey. And when we are together, we have achieved much, and we will continue to achieve much. Thank you, Debo. When got the button, you did not drop the button. You just handled the button, and you continued with the race. We thank you for the effort and the time you have taken to develop, continue to dream big for this institution. And when you are parenting these people, parent them well. They will be good for us and for everybody. Thank you so much, everybody who is here. I'm more than glad to be around. Thank you so much, and God bless you.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, let me request that we be upstanding as we welcome our chief guests, PS Dr. Karibu sana ndugu yangu.
Sit down. Please sit down. Yeah, you know, it's very rare that a member of parliament invites a principal secretary. I think this is one of a kind. But Mheshimiwa Madenge is my very good friend. We work so closely. Occasionally, he has to oversight me, and so when I'm before the committee, he reminds me that, you know, my role is oversight. So it comes a bit on the edge. You know, it's a bit rough on the edge, but when we leave, we are laughing. So sometimes the media is wondering, but these are the people who are arguing inside the committee. Thank you so much to the chair of the board, our good General retired Robert Kibochi, the chair of the board of Kenyatta National Hospital, Dr. Bas Pillay, and the boards from Kenyatta, the boards from Mwai Kibaki Referral Hospital, our members of parliament, area member of parliament, Honorable Wambugu, and also the member of parliament for Kieni, Honorable Wainaina, our distinguished CEOs who are here, KNH, and congratulations, Dr. Lesiampe. Now you are no longer acting. So that is a you know, Dr. Lesiampe was also from Jaramogi Oginga Odinga. We poached him from there because we saw a lot of potential, and there was some assignment that needed that energy at Kenyatta. And so as Honorable Madenge was talking about, you know, His Excellency the President having this legal notice for Jaramogi, and then also bringing the issue of the legal notice for Mwai Kibaki. I think there's a lot of interconnection. In fact, I'm seeing you've taken one of our pediatricians from Siaya, Dr. Einstein Kibet, who is now the head of research here. So I think there is a lot of cross-pollination in the country here, and this is really good for us. You know, I have a long history with Nyeri. I worked here at Outspan Hospital. I think you know Outspan Hospital, and Dr. Kiruhi is my very good friend. He somewhat spoiled me because he gave me a very good salary. You know, when I just graduated from the university, went to Kijabe, I worked in Kijabe, then I was a very good doctor there at the ICU. So Dr. Kirui wanted, I think you all know him, He likes very good, he likes finesse, he likes expert.
So he was told that there's a very good doctor in Kijabe. So he sent another doctor to come for me. And he came for me. And you know, that time, we were not earning as much. Dr. Kirui offered me 230,000. You know? So I worked here, and in fact, the former Nyeri town clerk even came and gave me some gift, which I still have, a good portrait. So I am, every time I come to Nyeri, I'm very nostalgic. I was staying there in town. So we are really at the hip, combined in this journey of transforming healthcare. And that, of course, gave me quite good grounding, having also worked in a very disciplined facility in Kijabe. But then I was very passionate about public service. So after some time, I requested Dr. Kirui that he has to release me. And I went back to less than half that salary to go and work in rural Vihiga, where they had also not released me despite the fact that I actually resigned. So, you know, that forms part of the journey. For me, being here shows the transformation that can happen, not just for ourselves as professionals, but also for the healthcare system. And what we are doing here today to hand over Mwai Kibaki Referral Hospital from Kenyatta National Hospital and launch the strategic plan is a testament of that transformation, because transformation begins somewhere. 7 years ago, this hospital was just an annex. Mheshimiwa Wambugu was telling us that 25 years ago, they did a rambe, they did a fundraiser here to, you know, initiate this facility. So progress is made over time, but more importantly, time alone doesn't make that progress. It's made by people. It's made by people who have a vision, who know where they are going, who have a direction. I believe that direction is in a strategic plan that we will be launching here today. Those 25 years and those 7 years under the stewardship of KNH has brought us here to a hospital that can now stand on its own and serve more than 16 counties who will depend on you to offer the specialized services that the people in this region have been traveling kilometers, waking up very early in the morning, you know, vomiting in the transport, going to Kenyatta only to see a doctor for 5 minutes. You know, I worked at Kenyatta National Hospital for 5 years, and occasionally I would see this a woman from Meru or from, you know, Nyeri, who had traveled very early in the morning, sometimes slept in the car, sometimes slept in Nairobi. And then at that particular time, you have 100 patients. You have the knowledge, of course you will do the proper prescription, and then you start wondering, could this be done elsewhere? And that affirms why His Excellency the President is quite keen on these facilities. I'm sure your members of parliament today, and I was really hoping that His Excellency would be the one listening to you so that he could see the gratitude that comes from your hearts on behalf of the people, but also so that he could see for him, his vision, what he says every day. You know, he speaks about health, and what he says about health is that health is made for the people who can't be in the room with him, who, you know, those guys who don't know anyone, they don't even know the MCA, you know, they come to a facility, they don't even know whether this facility can treat cancer or not. When they come here and then a doctor writes a small slip that, mama, hii hatuwezi fanya hapa, tafadhali enda Kenyatta. You know, they don't understand all of these things. And that is why he is so keen to even agree when members of parliament come to say that we want this facility to be elevated. It's really for the sake of the people, because he also knows that you represent those people. So this is a very deliberate model of maturing this institution and really taking it out of dependence to independence. And I want to thank the teams that have worked in this transition as well to get us here today. The question right now is not whether the hospital can stand alone. I think it's been standing alone for quite some time. You have proven that. The question is whether it will perform to the expectations. And those expectations will keep rising. And Chairman, I know that you are a very experienced and accomplished leader in this country, having led the disciplined forces, the highest form of discipline as we know it in this country. You've been at the apex of it. And that alone is a standard. That alone is a standard. And so we also expect that this hospital will set a standard for the entire referral network. Even as you rely on Kenyatta to continue shepherding and coaching and and collaborating with you, I think you could also set a standard for Kenyatta, because you are starting from a clean slate. So there is also the reverse opportunity for you to set a standard that even as Dr. Abbas Gulei and Lesiampe continue to work with you, they should come here and say, oh, wait a minute, you have reformed how you do your diabetic specialized care, So there is opportunity for you to set a standard, because you may not have the burden that KNH has carried for the last 124 years, because being the only referral hospital in the country meant that it had to structure itself in a manner that had to serve the entire country. Okay? Now, that built systems that may be very useful for the entire country, but may not work very efficiently for Kenyatta National Hospital itself. And so I think the opportunity that you have in this hospital to set a new standard is as loud as the opportunity you have to learn from others. Across Africa, there is quite a huge gap in specialized medical services, Kenya included. Healthcare systems should be built for the ordinary citizen. And a health system is not just measured by the pronouncement of the policies, that it produces. A healthcare system is actually measured by whether the mother who is coming here for childbirth survives. And remember that that mother has passed through 2 or 3 other facilities. And so the question you must ask yourself is, the mother coming here for childbirth, who has gone across the board to another facility and has been referred, whether you have built yourself for her survival. That's really the measure of a referral. The question is whether the cancer patient will come in with all the anxiety and the pain and walk out with a health that is restored, not be sent abroad for better care. And these are simple, but they are very fundamental questions of how we must design the hospital moving forward. Whether the patient can be treated here at home or whether they will be sent abroad. Those are serious questions that both the management and our physicians, the specialists, and I see all of you are very young people. Those are the things that are worth answering. And lastly, of course, working together with us, whether that family that Honorable Madenge met, that comes from his village, whether as you intervene to restore their health, whether that intervention will also ruin them financially. And that's why we established the Social Health Authority, because that's another fundamental question, that you can build all of these systems that make people survive, that restores their health, that stops them from going abroad. But for it to function, then they have to go sell land or sell an asset, or, you know, close their hardware, use their entire capital. So the issue about whether they are spared of financial ruin comes to the cost of care. So we have to do it efficiently. We are doing this transition at a time when this reform, what I'm talking about, is also happening in the health sector. You know, this started in 2023, establishment of the Social Health Insurance Act, the Primary Healthcare Act, the Digital Health Act. The other day, Parliament passed another one, the Quality of Healthcare and Patient Safety Bill. All of these things are tested at the hospital level. That's where the law, the policy meets the practice. That's where the rubber meets the road, at the hospital level. We go and, you know, we say a lot of things. Dr. Luga will be on TV talking, you know, blah, 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 or the Social Health Authority, all these things, digitization, will come here, give you gadgets, you know, talk about how we are posted in terms. The rubber meets the road at the hospital. The hospital is the aggregator of whether the system truly is functional or not. And that's why we take the work of hospitals seriously. And I was mentioning that even as we reform the health financing mechanism in the country to ensure that families don't go into ruin when seeking care, that the hospital must also transform that health financing to align with those policies and the laws. Right now, we are having a bit of a struggle across many hospitals, not just this one, where we have changed the architecture of financing. The Social Health Authority has a social health benefit package, has a tariff. But the hospital is still having the financing system they set up in the 1990s that still sends patients to go to that counter, pay this, do that, because we have not yet aligned. And this is causing patients not just inconvenience and bad experiences, but it's also causing hospitals lack of sustainability in terms of revenue. Your hospital here has done very well. As we speak, they have already sent more than 19,500 claims. And you did this when you are still under the stewardship of somebody else. So we believe that when you are let loose, you will even do better. You have claimed 648 million, out of which 506 million has been paid to you. And you only have a rejection rate of 1%. Across the board, we have a rejection rate of 6%. So you are doing fairly well, right? Across the board, we have a rejection rate of claims of 6%. Your rejection rate is just 1%. But even that 1%, why would you leave 6 million shillings on the table? Simply because of some documentation, you did not put the ID of the patient, you did not send a birth notification, you didn't attach theater notes, you did an amputation, you didn't do an X-ray after that. Why would you leave money on the table? you know, even when you're doing very well. And we know that there is still a lot more that we can do here to support you, because you have to stand on your own, truly stand on your own, even as we continue to support you to strengthen those systems. I mentioned the agenda that we have for health reforms, and they cut across 4 interventions: health financing to protect the citizen from financial ruin while seeking healthcare. And on that, we continue to urge every single citizen that we can establish these referral facilities. And His Excellency the President gave legal notices. He has now directed that we increase the resources here. And I'm sure through our Department of Defense, you are seeing the building that is coming up, to expand it. We have even been directed to engage further. Yesterday I was engaging to look at how we support our referral hospitals through a concept that now we are developing with the World Bank to make sure there are more resources to increase equipment. We have brought in CT scans and MRIs and all of this. But all of that can be available only if the citizen comes, get the services, and they walk out without financial ruin. Which means that members of parliament and everyone else, you have to continue helping us to convince the citizen that the greatest thing they can do for themselves is to have a social protection cover for health. And that is only through the Social Health Authority. That's the collective Arambe for the entire country. Now, this hospital, your staff here and the staff, health staff all over the country, I want to tell you something. I know we engage with the public. I see our national government administrative officers here. They do barasas. Our members of parliament, sometimes they do kamkunjis, they do rallies, you know. But I can tell you the number of Kenyans who pass through your hands as healthcare workers is more than the number of Kenyans you can never find in any rally. That means that you are the greatest ambassadors who must understand this health financing architecture so that you convince the patients that this is a good step towards your healing. Protecting your hardware, protecting your kiosk starts by dialing *147# so that should anything happen to you and you're coming to Mwai Kibaki Referral Hospital, your kiosk can continue running without you having to wipe out your working capital. That equally is your work as a healthcare professional. Because when your patients can't afford, your knowledge goes to waste. And you know it better when sometimes you have to do an intervention and the patient can't afford it. The second, of course, is yourself, the health worker. How much do you know? And do you know how to apply it? The skills that we have. We are now talking about reversing the outbound medical tourism. The number of Kenyans who go out of Kenya. Recently, the Cabinet Secretary gazetted a list of 37 services that people can still go out for, at least if you are going to be paid for by the Social Health Authority. Our work as health workers is to build our skills so that we are able to perform those procedures right here at Mwai Kibaki Referral Hospital. And we are investing in you and investing in the universities. And I'm very glad that Didan Kimathi University is part of the board here. The reason why we put universities as part of boards of referral hospitals is specifically for that. And I want to speak very passionately to them that it's not just to use the hospital to start another undergraduate, bring these degrees, get money. It's also to improve the skill set so that the things that take people out of Nyeri to Nairobi and then to India can be done right here. And that's your assignment as universities. That is your assignment. Because we, health workforce, we consume your products. Now, if your product cannot skillfully remove a gallbladder that is cancerous, then the university has not accomplished its full task. Am I speaking? That is why we are very open to have you, all of you, all our referral hospitals are connected with the universities. Kenyatta National Hospital, the University of Nairobi sits in that board. Jaramogi Oginga Odinga, Maseno University sits in that board. Mwai Teaching and Referral, Moi University sits on that board. Kenyatta University Hospital, the Kenyatta University sits in that board. You are not there to fill seats. You are there to fill a skill gap. The skill gap that takes our patients from Kenya to India. And that's the assignment. And we are offering these institutions so that you can also rally support and establish training within these institutions. And right now, we are looking at training beyond what we call pre-service or foundational, or if you like, undergraduate training. We are now looking at 2 levels of training. Number 1 is what we call in-service training. Technologies have changed all over the world when it comes to provision of medical services. When Madenge was at Kenyatta, the technologies that they used for dentistry are completely different from the technologies right now. So we have to continue sharpening the skills. We have to continue sharpening the skills of our health workers to conform with the change of technology. When I was in medical school, which is not long ago, I graduated in 2010, and some of my classmates here in Soita, we were there. The entire Eldoret didn't have an MRI when I was at Moi University. So you can imagine I graduated, and I'm a very sharp doctor. It's not that I am stupid. But there was no MRI. Are you getting it? Now, this hospital, we will bring a linear accelerator here for cancer. We will bring gamma knife here. That means that as we continue adding those technologies, we must equally add the skill. You understand? And this area is completely empty. Completely empty. Our universities have refused to look at it as an opportunity. And so we spend a lot of money in workshops and hotels in the name of training health workers. Some things that sometimes I refuse to sign, and it becomes a bit of a challenge. And we have NGOs who are also coming here, we have a high maternal mortality, which is true. Or we want to train on something called emergency obstetric care. You are taking people here to FK there. They go eat food. When they come here, there's nothing they have learned. Okay? They go to the ward, the mothers are still there. So we have a task, a real task. And that's the intersection of the health workforce. The other part is the core training or what we call specialized training, so that we can continue to increase the number of specialists in this kind of facilities. And so that's an opportunity. So Dedan Kimathi University, you have an opportunity to look at it. You know, Atakan started even with postgraduate, so you don't have to start with undergraduate. And you can look at some of these skill sets. When I have some small money and we want to train these 16 counties and talk about, oh, you know, we want to improve laparoscopic surgery. Most of these obstetricians are graduating without doing laparoscopic surgery. Then they have to go to some small corners and to learn by themselves. Some of them have to go to Ethiopia. You know, those are things we can do here. True or false? And this is what will truly transform our healthcare workforce, so that they have the proper skills to treat patients. But the health worker also, you have to treat patients with dignity. You have to treat them the way you would love to be treated. You have to speak to them humanely. There is no crime when patients come to hospital. In any case, this is why you went to school. In any case, this is why you are employed. In any case, this is why we pay you. So you have no excuse to treat our patients as if they are criminals in hospitals. And we believe this is another area, what we call clinical excellence. Clinical excellence, when I was studying my internal medicine, I was taught is 80% social interaction and 20% your competence and how you apply it. People must first and foremost feel welcome and confident before you. You know, we have had cases where even complaints or basically diseases that we can treat here, people prefer to go elsewhere, right? And then we said, no, but that one we can do here. But we were not welcoming enough. So they didn't know. We didn't interact with them. So we have to do quite a bit of work as a hospital. The other bit, of course, is the tools that you use as health workers. The health products, the technologies, the machines I've talked about. We are very keen to ensure that hospitals is the center point of showing that our policies on health products and technologies are working. The availability of safe, efficacious, cost-saving products that are available. So when people come here, they are sick, and then you're telling them, you know, this prescription, we can only get it from South Africa. We want to work together with you, and I'm pleading with referral hospitals that we become very innovative in this arena so that we avail those things that our patients require. Lastly, of course, is the digitization, which builds an integrated, unified ecosystem where we enhance efficiency. We stop sending patients from one corner of the hospital to another. I don't know how many of you have gone to hospitals. You're already sick, you know, and when you come in, says, you know, check this piece of paper, walk some 10 minutes or 200, ukipata kona ya pili, usiingie hapo, enda mpaka mwisho, alafu ingie ile kona ya tatu, and then you walk straight. Ya upeane hii karatasi, then you come back. Yeah? And there is no signage in the hospitals. So we are bringing people who are already sick. They can't walk. And you know, and I corner. So we really have to do simple things. One of those simple things is digitization. To improve on patient experiences. Those reforms, those 4 reforms, we are doing them at the national level. But where the rubber meets the road is at the hospital. It's the hospital that shows whether those reforms are working or not. And they must go as one machine. So today, for me, is very historic. We started this transition 7 months ago. It has taken unnecessarily long, but we are here. And a tree you couldn't plant yesterday, the best time to plant it is today. And we are very committed as a Ministry of Health to walk this journey with you. We thank you, Chairman, that you have already given a roadmap in form of a strategic plan, which is not just a document, but gives the management, strategic direction of what to do. You know, I have been talking to chief officers, and I was telling chief officers that sometimes the first day when the governor appoints you, you go to that office, you find the health workers are rioting, then you find that there's a hospital that KPLC has cut bills. Sometimes you don't even know what to do. And so the management here, you have no excuse because there's already a strategic plan. When you feel confused, you just open the strategic plan and then you know the direction and what you have to do. I don't want to speak so much, you know, standing here in Othaya, and this has been mentioned, you know, Othaya is a very famous name in the entire country, but it can't be more famous than the man who made it famous, His Excellency, the late President, Honorable Mwai Kibaki, who you may wish to know was also a Minister for Health. Do you know that? Yes. Oh, you know that he was also a Minister for Health. Yes. And so we hold him in very high regard because there's a very famous speech that goes around when he was finance and then health about some of his beliefs on human development and health and giving people choices, you know. And I think he is one professional that is revered in the whole country. And he believed that development is measured in the everyday lives of ordinary Kenyans. And that government must work with the people and for the people to realize the transformation in the everyday life of these people. So I believe this hospital, beyond the excellence that you will instill in clinical care, beyond the excellence in operations and your business processes, and the partnerships that you're going to attract here with the county government and the universities and many research institutions that will come here. This region has a burden of non-communicable diseases, so there's a lot of opportunity also to use that to apply the beliefs and the conviction of the person that you're named after, that you carry his name, that you're going to implement that conviction and transform the lives of ordinary people. That's the true meaning of why we are transiting you today to stand on your own. Otherwise, don't do the disservice of having a building named after former president, when the content of that building and when what that building does for the people are not aligned with the character and the conviction of the former president. So that is also something that you must carry with you, and the staff. There is something called institutional culture. Institutional culture. If you go to John Hopkins, if you go to Harvard, there's a way in which people behave in that institution. So now that you have been named after a very serious economist, a former health minister, a former president, perhaps you may indulge yourself in knowing what's the character of this man. What did he believe in? One of the things I know he believed in was excellence. He wasn't a person of nonsense. Is that true or false? So the institution must also build its culture after that person. And so the expectation from the people that loved him, those that he served, and the professionals that revere his name must be seen in what you do. I will end here. I want to thank you so much for the work that you have done and the work that you continue to do. But I also know that there is so much more ahead of us. What is ahead of us is a big opportunity, is a blue ocean. We write on it. It's here at Mwai Kibaki Referral Hospital that perhaps a young doctor is going to give us a solution for the antimicrobial resistance because of the research that you will conduct. Or perhaps you will add value to how we do oncological surgeries. Or maybe this is going to be the center of simulation that I think is the next frontier in medical education. It's all up to you. It's all up to you. But as we leave it to you, we also want to commit that we are here to guide you, to put the guardrails in policies and the laws and the finances that enable you to realize the full potential of this hospital, but also to realize your full potential. Because the satisfaction that comes to the people who do the work is what translates to institutions achieving their full mandate. Now you have a responsibility to continue the work of building a healthcare system that works for the people as we realize our promise of universal health coverage that His Excellency the President has made one of the top 5 agenda in the bottom-up economic transformation agenda. With that, I wish you very well in your ambition, as I promise you that we will build on that ambition together. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Chief Guest. I can assure you the words of wisdom you have given to us, the challenge you have given to us, we are up to the task. And I can assure you, when history will be written about Mwai Kibaki Referral Hospital, the speech you have given to us will be appearing in a chapter there because of how we will translate the challenge the opportunity you have given to us, how we will seize it, and I can assure you I have, and Mwai Kibaki Referral Hospital has the right staff to do that. Once again, Mwai Kibaki Referral Hospital, can we give a round of applause to the chief guest, PS Dr. Omaolunga. With illumination. Thank you very much. Now, chief guest, you will allow us to move to the next stage. And they say, seeing is believing. And the people, I know they are eager. They are eager to see this transition report being handed over, signed by you to our chairman, so that then we can start implementation immediately. I will now call upon the chair of the transition committee, my good friend, Secretary of Administration, James Tambo of the Ministry of Health, to take us into this next stage. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Mwiruri. Thank you so much. Our chief guest, we are happy. And indeed, that speech should be kept. Some of those great speeches of Winston Churchill and the others, that's a great speech you've made for us. Thank you so much, sir. Allow me then to now conduct this ceremony of handing over the report that was done by the committee. Let me request members of the committee kindly stand here. Members of the committee, please stand here as we witness the handing over. Stand over there. The committee members, please stand over there as we witness this handing over. Yeah, please stand over there. These are the great sons and daughters of the African gentlemen that have done. Please, let's go the other side. The side. Please wave to them. Wave to them. Wasalimie. They did a good job. I want to request now the chief guest, the chairman of Mwai Kibaki General, the chairman of KNH, together with the honorable members of parliament, to join the chief guest in the handing over ceremony. The report has been already signed by the chief guest, by the PS, and it will be. Thank you. McKenna, where are you with the reports? Chief guest, you'll hand over one to the chairman of Mwai Kibaki. Please let's a round of applause for that report. Chairman of the member of the health committee, please hold that report together with the chief guest, because it's important that the health committee may come in handy later on, as he has promised in the implementation. So it's recorded. Thank you so much. Another report to our chairman, Dr. Gulet Abbas, who has been very, very supportive. Dr. Resembe, where are you? And Dr. Mwiruri, where are you? Please move over here. Here, there. Yeah. And then the member of parliament for this region, the great Honorable Wambugu. Please, let's give a round of applause for them. Thank you so much. Thank you. And finally, the county government also representing the governor. Please, wait, McKenna, what be reporting in? Hey, yeah. Let him also witness, let him come forward. We help this devote and we partner in this. Thank you so much. Thank you. Asanteni sana. Mungu aibariki Mwai Kibaki. He wants a report. A copy. Off the cuff. Oh, off the cuff. Oh, sorry. He had requested. Yeah.
Riboti cia magania na cia mwanya iria thombe tukoretwo tugikurehera. Thombe ciri ukiri-ini, thombe cia mitangiko, kirema nditi, ritho ria unduire ona kana muro wa muremi. Cia gukorwo cikuhitukaga ni gukorwo nduri ura subscribe. Tiga guciguaga na andu. Subscribe umuthi tukwe gitumi kia Why Life is for the Living. Ningĩ tũrũmĩrĩre nenda-inĩ cia Facebook na Twitter @Thombe TV. Tũgũikie mbere. Subscribe. Thombe TV. Ũyũ nĩ ũthamaki. Subscribe now.
Arũmĩrĩri na athikĩrĩria Thombe TV nĩ ndĩmwĩraga kaingĩ ma Thombe nĩ tũteithĩtie mũno gũthathaũra maũndũ maingĩ mũno, nginya maũndũire, nginya mago, agwarogi, ahunjia, no mũthĩ tũrari ũhoro thamaki. Na reke njuge Thombe nĩ ndeithĩtie mũno kũmemerekia maũndũ marĩa njũĩ na matindehagia. Tũngĩmarĩha atĩa? Reke tu subscribe Thombe TV, again na followers ingĩ nigetha ndeto ĩno ikinyĩre andũ aingĩ, na at the same time nĩtwarĩkanĩra na Thombe nĩmekũhingũra ga section ga premium. Tũrauga atĩrĩrĩ, ũrĩa ũngĩthiĩ ũgũrĩre mũndũ nyama aruta wĩra mwega rĩ, kana ũmũgũrĩre rangi rĩ, rekei tu subscribe premium ciringi icio ngiri ĩmwe mweri ũmwe rĩ, andũ aya anake aya twamahetwo nĩ anake anini harĩ niĩ rĩ, nĩmekũhota gũkũra, nĩmegũtũrehera kĩrĩra gĩgũthathaũra maũndũ tondũ nĩ andũ mekaga ũtuĩria. Subscribe and please those who can afford join the premium what?
Oh,
that the premium section.
After the strategy plan. All the staff, let's go. Hapa ndio tunahitaji shangwe na vigelegele. We are now coming here.
Riboti cia magania na cia mwanya iria Thombe tukoretwo tugikurehera. Thombe cirĩ ũkiri-ini, thombe cia mitangiko, kirema nditi, ritho ria unduire ona kana muro wa muremi. Cia gukorwo